Testing the new pop filter. Pop, 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 pop. And of course the pop filter's a sock, so let's see how this works. Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. Where we last left off, sorry as I moved my phone around, hope you guys didn't hear that, I wasn't making much noise, but it was using far more computing power than really it should have. Last time we were out, we went out to the Atlantic air gap, where we supposedly shouldn't run into any sort of aircraft. And not only did we run into a little bit of aircraft, but we also actually were able to get lots of good progression on things. So, I would like to head back out there. Now, if I remember correctly, we did resupply, and everything's looking good. One of the things that blew me away, I've got to say, is that the resupply actually worked.
Course 331. Returning to course. New waypoint. Course 3.
Really, I probably should have gone out just in reverse.
New waypoint. Course 179.
But, you know,
course 237.
I wanted to head out there. Now, I did have a request to do a couple more port raids. And, oh, that is not looking too good. I guess we could go back up to Plymouth and take a look. She is pretty easy to access, and you know, if really bad things happen, we could run back to Lorient if we needed to. So I guess we could do that. I'm of two minds though. Like, I'm getting success on a mission, which is rare. I kind of want to keep getting success on a mission. I realize that, like, you know, I got to provide entertainment for everybody who comes looking, but I kind of want to do the mission. Port rating, you know, it's a thing. For me, it just kind of gets old. That's all. And when you wind up shooting at ships that are just sitting there, you're just shooting at ships that are sitting there. So I don't know. Let's check our old stomping grounds. We just got one in Scapa Flow, so that's not really worth it. But you know what? I'm a man of my word. I did say we'd go take a look at Plymouth, so let's go take a look at Plymouth. Let's do that. Maybe we can get another aircraft carrier. Now, if I remember correctly, the key to raiding Plymouth is to just go up the middle. Right? Because it didn't seem like there was much in the way... Well, that might be too close. There wasn't much in the way of patrols. So, what do we got? Yep, that'll put us within torpedo range. That's good. Alright, let's pop out of the map. Gentlemen, I appreciate your enthusiasm. We don't need to be going super quick. What do we got in Lorient today? It looks like just a bunch of freighters. Nothing too exciting. Oh, we got like a destroyer there doing some sort of shimmy shake. Must have just pulled into port.
Yes, sir.
We've already talked to Dieter. How's the morale looking, though? Yeah, we're at 6 out of 14. So, honestly, you know what? Sinking an aircraft carrier might just make the crew happier to be serving on the boat. One other thing, just a little tip. I remember reading somewhere. Just a little tip for doing Let's Plays. If any of you guys do recordings... I upgraded to a Blue Yeti microphone a little while ago, and I still haven't got a pop filter for it, so, you know, the audio is not as smooth and sultry as it could be, but I do run a ghetto operation here, which is why I was reading up on what could be a good solution for a pop filter, and one of the solutions I read said just put a sock over it. I tried that today. It doesn't work. Now, granted, it was a thin sock,
We are in shallow waters, Captain.
and it is not on my microphone currently. So, you know, it just in a brief audio test, it didn't work. So FYI, if you're looking for a cheap pop filter, don't put a sock on. Or maybe it needs to be a thick wool sock. I don't know. I guess I could experiment and report back on my findings. But yeah, currently, don't bother putting a sock on. All it does is make one foot cold, and does not improve audio in the slightest. So, with that out of the way and our course set for Plymouth, I don't think there's much else for me to do. So, I'm going to see you guys when I've got more to show off. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so first off, I want to congratulate myself on having a whole 5-minute, no second intro. So I like getting round numbers. Oh. I'm also drinking Perrier, so if I burp, I do apologize. I know, it's rude, and I don't mean to be rude, but you know what? It's natural, so I apologize in advance. Anyway, we are about 10 kilometers-ish from Plymouth. 12 kilometers. 13, really. 12.9. Let's be exact. Why not? And as you can see, unfortunately, it is day, but it's a foggy day. And at least I'm pretty sure it's a foggy day. It could be my gamma, because I do have that set a bit higher so you guys can see what's going on. But
Depth under keel is 95 meters, Captain.
we haven't really come across anyone yet. Now, granted, like I say, it's foggy, but I think we can slowly start making out the ground ahead of us. I could be wrong on that. Who knows? But what I'm going to do is get my crew in position. And come on. No, we're going down. There we go. Come on, Wolfram. You know how to navigate a U-boat. And what we're going to want to do while we go down is just get some nice, fancy sound readings. That should show us if there's anybody nearby. And if there is anybody nearby, we'll be able to actually locate them instead of just hoping they don't see us as we approach the port. So now that we're going under, let's get the camera under. And it's rocky, but we should be safe. We've done this before. I don't need to blow through battery power. And, yeah, this is, with the sun the way it is, well, the God rays are pretty intense. But, we'll just get a nice view of the Prometheus spinning along, doing her thing. Anyway, let's get out of this view. There we go. And instead of just going that speed,
All stop.
because I'm going to be doing this, let's just shut engines down. Okay, so we definitely got something behind us. We got something bigger over there. And I think we got something faint way far out there. So that's not bad. 3 ships will let you get back to work there, Benno, and we will
Minimum speed
continue to advance. 3 ships is not bad. And I think we're clear of all of them. So let's just go ahead. Like we can see that guy over here, he's probably doing some searching. But my hope is that he won't find us. At least not until... Dieter, what are you doing out on deck? This is not the time to be going for a submerged swim, my friend. Alright, we're still not really close enough, but I think there might be something there. We got some shadows. That's generally a good sign. So we've still got, what, about 2 clicks left to do. And how is our battery power doing? 96%. Perfect. With no real danger of being intercepted here, I am going to push the Prometheus closer. It's going to take a little bit of time. You guys don't need to see it, so I'm going to see you guys when we've got a target. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we've moved in very close. And we can see we've got a ton of ships here. But
Ship sighted.
Bearing to
Nothing as exciting as a carrier or anything. We've got a destroyer escort way out there. Then as we come into port, we've got, I believe, a cruiser. And what else we got? We got a little destroyer here, I think. Although that, honestly, that doesn't look like a ship. That just looks like part of the dock. So I don't know. We've definitely got a destroyer there. And then we've got what looks to be a troop ship or some kind of freighter. And then another probably destroyer, maybe another cruiser. And then something on the other side, or is that on my side? I think that's on the other side of the harbor wall. And then we've got what looks to be like a tanker. And another destroyer way out over there. So, we don't have anything exciting, like I say. But we do got a few good. I mean, you know, if we can take out a cruiser and some destroyers and a transport and an oil tanker, that's not bad at all for the war effort. Critically, too, we haven't been spotted. That guy's still doing his thing way in the back. We're very close to this guy. And I've got to say, when you're trying to sneak up on things, it gets sketchy to move your ship underwater, especially this close to destroyers, because it defaults to going ahead number 3, and they can pick up on that quite easily. So, I was thinking it might, well, actually, yeah, what I wanted to do, drop that back down. I want to get some ranges in. So, 2 kilometers, 2 kilometers, 2. That's a trick shot. And that would be a trick shot too. Okay. So we are within range, which is good. We are going to use a torpedo microwave, which is working. And the first ship we're going to go for is this cruiser. So, let's try and aim. I'm thinking we can go a little bit deeper, but not much.
Set to 3 meters.
And I'm thinking we do a shot for the engines, and then a shot under the command tower.
2, 1, los.
And that should
2, 2, los.
take care of that cruiser. Then we come around, and our next possible target will be this destroyer.
New target.
So the depth doesn't really matter.
3, los.
We'll get that underway. And then next up, I think we'll want to target
Tracking new target.
one of these. We can't really get a good shot. This is probably going to have a slightly deeper draft, so we'll go down about 3.5 meters.
3 meters.
And we'll try and get an ass shot on him. So let's check our fishes and see how those guys are going. And they are definitely out, which is good. So, what was it? Shift Z? Yes, it was. Let's follow in on the cruiser first. And there are the 2 torpedoes. It's a very quiet day. It's a very serene day in the port of Plymouth. Engine shot is looking good.
Torpedo impact. Torpedo impact.
And that shot's looking good. I think we can say that's a confirmed kill. Now, our next target is going to be this guy here. Coming in right under the bridge, which should be a very good kill on a destroyer.
Torpedo impact.
And that's looking like the case. And then finally, I think this guy is our next target. Let's check the map. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it was this guy. So let's see. Oh, yeah. There's the torpedo. Coming in. How's the depth?
Torpedo impact.
pretty darn tootin' good, I'd say. That's a kill. And the depth was, I'm going to presume, good. Because destruction. Alright. How's this destroyer looking? Pretty on fire and pretty dead. Well, let's get that out. And then the cruiser. Which is dead as well. So let's check the damage on her. I mean, we got no underwater damage. But we know she's dead. So, that's exciting. We've got Tube 1 almost reloaded. Let us check our kill list. Or let's autosave. Why not? So we sunk a Dido light cruiser. I was right on my ship identification. Thank you very much, World of Warships. We sunk an A-class destroyer, and we sunk a Hog Island type A freighter. Well, that's not half bad, is it? Let's bring up the mini-map and realize that these guys are not moving in the slightest, which is fine by me. I am okay if those destroyers don't want to come for me. Now, we could get, like I say, a trick shot on this guy, which I'm not against, but I would want to remove
Tracking new target.
I can't even think of the words. A tanker, an oil tanker. First, instead of, sinking a destroyer, I think we can snag that oil tanker just fine. And then I'm not sure about this guy here, but maybe we can get him as well. We'll see. But that's not bad. A cruiser, sure, it's a light cruiser, but a cruiser nonetheless. A destroyer, a freighter, and if we can do it, a tanker as well. Hey, I'm gonna take all of those. Yeah, that's not bad. That's good cost return for one U-boat. So, we'll get the lock on that guy. We can go a little bit deeper. I'm liking 3.5 meters.
Set to 4 meters.
I'd like to see the depth meter.
Torpedo depth set to 3 meters.
But fine. You don't have to show me everything. And then if we kind of line it up really with the smokestack.
2, 1, los.
That should be pretty good. And then we can just follow this guy on his merry way. I could have set the torpedo speed to be a bit quicker. But, I want to make sure these guys, these fishes find a home. So, that's why I'm keeping them going slow. I don't need a repeat of my failed attempts at singing. I don't need a repeat of any of my failed attempts at singing. I don't need a repeat of my failed attempt at trying to sink that aircraft carrier. There we go. Them's the words I'm looking for. Let's slow her back down to speed 1. For anyone wondering how I get
Torpedo impact.
faster movement in this view, if it isn't just holding down shift, which is like running in a first-person shooter, then I also use time acceleration, because that helps too. Now we got crew sitting around still on this oil freighter. And if I'm honest, one, I'm not sure this guy really fits. I mean, it is shallow water for a ship this size. But I don't think one torpedo is going to be enough to kill him. while he's sitting in port. So we'll wait for our tubes to reload.
Tube 2, ready.
And we'll put one more in him. Oh, there we go. And then potentially go and resupply. So I'm thinking...
Escort sighted. Bearing 6-8.
Never mind. Do I not have a target on that guy anymore? And the escort at 7-6 is just that guy who's not going to be moving. But yeah, it looks like I can't get a target on him, so let's...
Minimum speed ahead.
Ship sighted. Bearing 3-4-5.
Tracking new
move so I can get a lock. And we will plunk another torpedo right in the middle. Again, we can go down to about
target.
there.
Depth set to 3 meters. 2
And los.
Ship sighted. Bearing 3-5-2.
352. I have a feeling that ship is behind the seawall, so we won't be shooting any torpedoes at him. And once we get this freighter down,
Ship sighted. Bearing 1-1.
I think it would be a good idea to head out and do a little bit of a resupply. So let's just get our eye on this guy, speed up time.
torpedo impact.
And come on, secondary explosions. No, no secondary explosions. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Let's give her some time to do a shimmy and a shake. And it's enough. That's a dead ship. So let's check that. Come on. There we go. Yes, of course. A Cimarron class tankers for 7,000 tons.
2, 1, ready.
I'll take it. Now,
Minimum speed back.
let's get ourselves out of here. So the plan, after hitting Plymouth, is to just head back to... I mean, we could probably just resupply out of Brest. And it's always fun to see a new port, so let's head to Brest, resupply, and then return to our mission objective. I think that seems like a good idea. I am going to be back if we've got anything exciting. If not, we'll be back when we return to port. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so in typical fashion for this season, we have gained the attention of a pesky Royal Navy ship. Now our battery power is down to about 50, and we've traveled a long way from Plymouth. Really, we've gone about 40 clicks. That's a long way in my head. So, what we're going to do is surface
the boat.
very carefully. Now, the concern, of course, is that we can't really see him. Oh, hello, what are you? Maybe we'll come across a convoy. I'm not going to go out of my way to get this guy. He's not in my, mission area. But I won't say no to ships if we happen to pass in the night. Oh, game is thinking about something. Alright.
Charging batteries. Half
Alright.
speed ahead.
So no excitement. We made it successfully out, and we added quite a few ships to the old kill tally. So that ain't half bad. We're going to hit up... Well, I mean, you know what?
New waypoint. Course.
Wonderful, thank you.
358. New waypoint. Course 298.
Right. Come on. I need you. Right down the
New
middle.
waypoint. Course 289.
And it's night. We'll get up on deck. And just enjoy the star-filled sky with some graphical glitches that happen every now and then. Stuff to be expected. So let's kick up our old speed. I guess we don't need to really go that far out, but I am, you know, cognizant of those islands. We don't need to be running aground.
We are in shallow waters, Captain.
And we're looking pretty darn safe here. Are you gonna let me resupply? My gut is telling me no.
Escort sighted. Bearing 329.
Ah, you're kidding. Okay. I mean,
All stop.
I shouldn't be that surprised that they're not letting me in. Because, really, we got lucky at Lorient. So I'm gonna go
New waypoint. Course 63. Returning
try
to
my
port.
luck at
New
Lorient.
waypoint.
And if that doesn't work,
Course
then I'll have to
93.
save and reload.
New waypoint. Course 136. New waypoint.
To be
Course
able
64.
to fill up the tanks and fill up the tubes.
New waypoint. Course 353.
And we can probably
New waypoint.
go
Course
straight.
338.
We'll pull that out just a bit. Perfect. Alright guys, well, we'll see you when I've got a resupplied ship. See you in a bit. Alright, so it's now August the 1st. I don't know how long we've been out at sea, but, you know, that's probably why our morale's so low. And what I've done is I've laid out the area of operations and got all my little marks and lines up here. So, as you can see, this is roughly the circle we need to be in, and this is roughly the line that the main route should be taking. So, I'm hoping this actually helps me and doesn't wind up becoming just a dirty, rotten mess that gets in the way of things, which is, let's face it,
New
probably
waypoint.
what's going to happen.
Course
So what I'm going to
12.
do is do my usual thing, park myself here, and wait a couple days for something to come along. If something doesn't come along by like the 5th or 6th, I think what I'll do is just return to base and you know, refit, because the crew could probably use a little time off. So yeah, that's that for that. I'll see you guys if we get something exciting to shoot at. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so it is August the 7th now. I've been pretty much staying in the same spot. We made contact with a large convoy that was supposed to be heading through this way, but we've been here for about 4 days, and they've yet to come on by. So I think that's a sign it might be time to head back to Lorient,
Course
do a little rebase action,
Returning to course. New waypoint.
see if there's any new
Course
technology for us to play with, any new upgrades for the Prometheus,
Course 251.
and
New waypoint. Course 257.
probably get ourselves some... Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're surfacing, that's why. I'm on the trolley now. It's just the angle's too steep. Where you at? Oh, I missed it. Oh, there she is, in all her glory. Without the
Recharging
tiger
batteries.
stripes. As of reasons. Let's get on deck. Oh, beautiful day. Look at that. Calm seas. It would have been great to intercept a convoy on a day like today. But I guess it's just not going to happen, eh, Dieter? No. So, yeah, we're headed back to port. If we encounter something along the way, of course, I'll show it off. But I'm not that hopeful. So, we'll see you guys when we get to port. See you in a bit. And with the Big Dipper clearly visible, we return to Lorient on, quite frankly, a beautiful day. So let's go ahead and end our patrol.
All stop.
Give the boys some time off. I think this will be the first rebase in Lorient, so we'll get accustomed to the city. Check things out. Get to know the pubs, get to know the women. You might need some
What do you
upgrades.
want? Sure thing. What do you have in mind?
We've still just got the T2, so that's fine. We don't need to upgrade
Sure.
that.
What do you want? Sure. What do you want?
Our conning tower's fine. Our deck gun's fine. Our flak guns are fine. Any new sensors? Doesn't look like it. No decoys or radar warning. That should be equipped. Tiger stripes, so hopefully they are, and that's still the same.
Yes, Captain.
All right, thank
won't
you.
Recognize your girl when I'm through with her.
Probably not.
Welcome back, Herr Cologne.
What are my orders?
Congratulations, Captain.
Thank you. I realize that congratulations are always in order when talking to me. We'll just go ahead and request that mission. What do we got? Not going to show us? Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave the episode there for today, basically. So let's go ahead and give this a good old-fashioned saveroo. Second patrol. Save, and yes. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Almost at 250,000. It's not bad. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.